So,
How was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was great. It was my birthday on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had to
Happy birthday. Happy 50th.
Yeah, I wish it was. I got to celebrate my birthday, and I got to celebrate Thanksgiving, so it was good. How about yours?
Really good. Really good.
All right. I always appreciate when you give us your reasoning on certain plays. So I want to start with one that in my era this would never happen, but in this era I understand it. The logic of going for it on 4th and 1 when you're inside your own 40-yard line. You guys are only down one score. Fourth and I know what you're going to say, but I just want to hear you say it anyway because again, I grew up in an era where you would just like nobody ever did that. Like Bill Parcells Bill Belichick, nobody's going to go for it on 4th and 1 inside your 40, only down one. You would punt the ball and then play, try to get it back, especially with 11 minutes left in the game. Give me your reasoning after the 3rd and 1 pass to Wilson was incomplete, why you decided to go for it on 4th and 1 there.
Gain a yard and possess the ball.
Okay, what do the analytics say about the odds?
5 is a go.
5 is a go?
5 is a go in that certain situation. Not for me. I'm not going to tell you where I was comfortable, but 1, I was comfortable.
Okay, so inside of 5, you would go for it?
No, I said that you asked me what the analytics say.
Right.
Analytics said 5 was a go there. I was not comfortable with that.
Okay.
I was comfortable with 1.
Okay. All right. So 1 yard, and that's just the norm these days, right? So many teams are doing it.
No, not all the time. Not all the time, Gambo. No. Everybody's a little bit different with that. I thought that here's where I thought when you look at where we were. Oh, you're right. Down one score.
One score.
At that point in the game, where our offense was playing, where our defense was playing, I thought that we could get a yard and keep the ball and possess the ball there. That's why I went for it.
Okay. All right. That was interesting to me. They come back and they kick the field goal. Let's go to the end of the game. And I've heard your comments on this. You guys get the ball back. You come up with a great stop, right? You use your timeouts. I thought you were very good with the timeouts. You took timeout number 1 after Bucky got stopped. You took timeout number 2 after you stopped him again. Then you used the 2-minute warning. You saved a timeout after the 2-minute warning. I thought that was all good. You took about 55 seconds off the clock to go 8 yards. So by the time you got to 4th and 2, you lost almost a minute, but it only got 8 yards down the field. Was that the defense that you were seeing? Why not more plays down the field there?
Well, we had plays up down the field. That's why you'd almost prefer no check down there. But we're trying to gain a positive play. No, we had 2 shots up. And then the ball went to the check down. So, no, we were trying to throw the ball down the field. I would call that I kind of put 2-minute mechanics into 2 things, at least as a defensive guy, with when you're defending, and the same thing with our offense. You're in chunk or challenge, right? And the situation we were in there was chunk to me because we had to get it into field goal range, and we only had the 1 timeout left. I kept that in my pocket. A lot of people wouldn't like how I did that. A lot of people would have banged that 3rd timeout. In my mind, when you're down, you want to save that timeout because you don't, if you take a sack there or something like that, you don't have a timeout, it's over. You know what I mean? So you could go 50-50 on how I use my timeouts, but I liked what we did. No, we were trying to throw it down the field there, and unfortunately it got checked down and they tackled it in bounds, so that was unfortunate.
After the game, and I agree with the way you used the timeouts. You want to save one under 2 minutes. So you took the 2 and then the 2-minute warning, and then you had the 1 left. I thought that was good. We just didn't get the plays down the field. Todd Bowles after the game, I want to get your opinion on this. He said, we kind of knew what the route was. They did a hell of a job jumping the route, knowing it was going to come up short. That was him on the 4th and 1 stop. Any thought there? Did you feel like they kind of knew what was coming?
At the end of the game?
Yeah, he said the formation told us the ball was going outside. We did a heck of a job with the film study. So there were 2 4th-down plays in the game, the 4th and 1 and then the one at the end of the game. On the last play of the game, he said, we knew what the route was. They did a hell of a job jumping the route, knowing it was going to come up short.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He ripped 6 guys, so they got 2 under 3 deep, and we had 3 underneath progression. So Todd Bowles does a hell of a job. We were trying to get a first down there. So I think in my mind, throw it deep there. But we wanted to stay on schedule there and get the first down, get a new set of downs. They made a good play.
On the 4th and 1 we talked about earlier, he said the formation told us the ball was going outside. We did a heck of a job in film study. Is there like any concerns there if you think that he may have kind of known what you guys were doing?
No, there's multiple plays off that formation, which we've run, and we've done multiple things from that personnel group and that formation. At the end of the day, to me, like we got a hat on a hat. And they did a good job. We didn't get the yard. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have anybody unblocked at the point of attack. For a yard, if you don't have anybody blocked at the point of attack, then if you have everybody blocked at the point of attack, you think you should be able to get a yard there.
JG, in that same mindset, the play prior, the 3rd and 1, when you're looking for Wilson deep and the safety comes back for double coverage, probably not what you guys were expecting. What's the game within a game that you guys play when you try to dial up shots, try to catch a team off guard, and what went wrong there in that assessment?
Yeah, I don't think anything went wrong. They cut the deep over. We're trying to take a shot there because Drew knew we were going for it at 4th and 1. So I loved it there. We ran a 2-man route trying to throw it over their head, knowing that they'd be aggressive on 3rd down, 3rd and 1 there to stop a yard. So we maxed it up and tried to throw it over their head. The corner fell off. The middle field safety cut the over route. And then he tried to backdoor it. But I like the play design. I like the call. It didn't hit.
You said earlier that Kyler's practice window is not opening this week. Is surgery a possibility for him?
To my knowledge, not right now.
Is there
That's as honest as I can answer it. I have not heard that, no.
Do you anticipate he comes back and is eligible to play at any point this season?
I don't know. I'm hoping. I don't know, but he's doing a good job. He's trying to get back into the fold here and just take it day by day.
Would you have, and nobody knows what's going to happen with Kyler. Listen, we don't know. Maybe you know. We don't know what's going to happen with Kyler. Would you have any hesitation playing him in a game if he was eligible to come back and he was ready to play?
Not at all.
Okay.
No,
I just people speculate like, what happens if he gets injured and you're trying to trade him or they're going to move on from him.
I think our between myself and Monty, like we are all about trying to win a game here. So we're going to make every decision predicated on that. What's best for the team.
After the game was over, a lot of the players said a lot of great things about you. Darius Robinson said that JG's phenomenal, great leader. He's perfect. It's us. We're the problem. Jacoby talked about how they have the right man in charge in you. Coming from your players, as frustrating as this season has been, to hear the players back you the way they have, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I don't know if obviously that's cool, but I think that I think where that comes from is a place of everybody taking an arrow in the forehead, wanting to get better, not assigning blame, trying to find solutions. And we got the right guys in here. Does everybody, myself to start, have to do a better job? Obviously. Like we look at our win-loss record. You know what I mean? So nobody's happy about that. We hit a lot of adversity this year, and we didn't overcome it flat out. But in their mind right now, we got 5 games left, and really not even 5 games left. We got the L.A. Rams, who's one of the best teams in the NFL right now. I told them, top 2 defense, MVP caliber quarterback. Like, we got our work cut out for us, and we will find the energy, enthusiasm this week to pour everything into this week and try to go out there and compete and win a game.
I was curious with your approach when it comes to a player like Michael Wilson or anyone in his position where a couple of guys are out and he's able to step up and really get productive and then step back into the role he previously had and try to build off of that. I know there's so many game-to-game things that can change for this one performance, 3 catches for 36 yards, but what did you see from him in that game, and how do you try and maintain that momentum? How difficult is that for guys in Mike's spot sometime?
Yeah, I thought he played well. I mean, Mike's such a good dude. Like when his role changes, like his role changed obviously with Marv being out a little bit. He stepped up and fulfilled his role. The role that he's in now, like we're trying to get Mike the ball too. There's no doubt because he's a playmaker for us. He's a really good player. The ball didn't, unfortunately go to him as much as it has in the past. But I thought he played well. He'll keep playing well too.
All right, leave me with this, Coach. When Marvin Harrison Jr. came back, 6 catches on 7 targets, phenomenal. But he did come up with that heel injury, had to leave the game. Give me your any update you may have on his availability.
Yeah, he's going to see the doc later on here. I know, Max Melton didn't go this last week because of a heel, kind of a similar injury. Those are tricky because like Marv, that's what I kept saying. Like he kept going back in the game, and then you watch him run, and he's running great. But then when he walks or he jogs, it doesn't look great. You know what I mean? And it's a tough injury because it's on his foot. Anytime
Sure.
he puts pressure on his foot, it's tough. So we'll just take it day by day with him. I know he is. He'll do everything that he can to play. I know that. He was down about the appendicitis. I'm like, buddy, you don't control that.
Right,
right. He was pissed that he missed 2 games. But he'll get himself ready to go. If he can go, he'll go.
All right, we always appreciate you coming on every week, Coach. We'll talk to you next week after the
All right,
Rams game.
Thank you, guys. Have a good
All
week.
right, thanks, JG. You too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.